This motor well just about sanded out just about the way I want it. Needs to have a little bit more filler put in, but for the most part it looks pretty good. No. Okay, update on the boat. So as you can see, the transom is all nicely straight and polished up and gel coat, everything. You can see the inside, the transom brace. Still got some dust in here I got to clean up. And the inside hasn't been cleaned up yet, but I have my new seat blocks built. They're cedar that have been soaked in creosote for about 50 years that I found at the neighbor's. And I just went over them with 2 fiberglass resin just to seal them. What's left of my fiberglass. That's about it. Is the deck. It's upside down right now. Now I'm not sure if you can see here with the sun, but you can see I've built a little cover to go over the transom. Originally it had 3/8 plywood, and I think it was treated plywood. It wasn't any special type originally, and it peeled off of there quite easily. The winter snow damage, you can just see through the fiberglass where the original crack was, right down in here, and these were broke loose. And so that's been all braced and reinforced again. It had broken loose. That's why I had to replace the boards anyway, was because they had actually broken loose, and that is why that cracked. So that's all been reinforced and repaired. Okay, the original bow board right here, when I glassed this in, I actually used the existing holes in the hull to hold this board and the hull together nice and tight. That's not original. I've had to shape that. Again, it has a layer of fiberglass mat in between the hull and that board. There's also a joiner here. Now, that should probably have had some fiberglass to reinforce it on the side here, but it's got lots underneath there on the hood, so I'm not too worried about that. All these tubes have been recoated, and just check the ends to make sure that everything is nice and tight. So next thing to do is flip the boat over and then start sanding the hull and get it prepped for paint. Well, I've almost completed the body sanding. We got a bit of bad weather, so I pretty much have to stop right now. The repairs I've made, where you can see the exposed fiberglass, seems to be quite solid, and the new bracing underneath seems to be really good. It's nice and cleaned up underneath. It looks nice and clean under there. Okay, I've taken my old gel coat and made sort of a Bondo with it to smooth out the existing surface. I'm not quite done with it. I haven't done the sides yet, but it's coming along. This is where I had to alter the motor well to fit the new transom board. I had to shorten it up and then glass it in. I think it'll smooth out okay. I probably didn't have to do the dashboard boxes, but I got carried away. Anyway, the repairs look real good. Right here was where it was pushed in and cracked, and that's all been re-glassed and reinforced. And that's it there. Right here I've got the initial coat of bodywork sanded down here. I've just gone over it a little bit, looking for places where it needs to be filled. Drill holes I need to drill out here and there. It's not too bad for the most part. Now I block sanded it, so it should actually be pretty smooth on this. Now the only part that I probably shouldn't have done, this is a mistake, right? I should never put the gel coat inside there, the cubby holes. I should have just sanded that and be done with it. Put primer in it. Anyway, I've just got to go and drill some of these holes out. Some of them I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to fill, because some of these were hinges for the old seats that aren't here anymore. I've got this motor well just about sanded out, just about the way I want it. Needs to have a little bit more filler put in, but for the most part it looks pretty good.